I'm Erika. I'm a fourth-year psychology and film major. I studied abroad in Florence, Italy on the fall of 2014. The classes in UC Florence that I took had mostly to do with learning a language and kind of discovering the culture. So because of that, the classes, because they were more interesting, that kind of made it easier for me than, say, classes at UCSB. For housing, I lived in an apartment with other students. I know in my program there was the option to do homestay. Even though I enjoyed being part of my apartment situation, I really wish I would have done a homestay, because I know that there's kind of students really got close to their homestay families and they still talk to them, and it's like it's a more immersive experience than just staying with other students from the UC system. The food is awesome. When I went over there, that's when I first started to learn how to cook, which is kind of pathetic, but I did. But it was great because all the ingredients taste completely different than when you're used to here. Obviously it's Italian food, and so there's so many spices, so many different things to try, and it became my favorite food. And if I try to recreate it here, because the ingredients there come from a different place and are just treated differently, it does not taste the same. Transportation in Italy, it was, because I lived in Florence. Florence is really small, so everything was kind of by foot. But when I traveled, usually the train system is very efficient, it's very inexpensive. Say if I did the day trip to Rome, I would still walk everything, but I had the option of having everything be kind of convenient. And I think that was kind of true for a lot of the countries in Europe. I spent my free time traveling. When I went, I was so excited to finally start traveling. It was my first traveling experience. So every weekend I would go to a different city, and so I traveled to a total of 14 different countries. And that was really fun because I saw all of the major cities I wanted to see. Looking back, or after have done that, I wish I kind of would have taken my time slower and spent more time in Italy and just discovering where I was studying at instead of just going from one place to another. It's really easy to make friends under the study abroad program, just because since you are going with other students who are also kind of seeing something different, it's kind of like your first year starting out at college. Everybody wants to be friends with everyone. When you study abroad, it's definitely what you make of it. I saw a lot of people take that in different ways. Some people would come from the UC system over there and kind of hang out with other UC kids. I really wanted to immerse myself, so then I kind of just spent it trying to speak to different people, and if I was in school, I tried to speak the language more often. The most important thing I got out of studying abroad was kind of prioritizing different things in my life. Sometimes it's not just about finding a career and sticking to it and working hard towards getting it. It's also the quality of living. When I was abroad, I was really happy. Everybody I know who went to study abroad, and my personal experience, first of all, nobody regrets it, but also everybody coming back and graduating, they always say that the one thing that was a highlight of their 4 years was studying abroad, and I can definitely say that for myself. It changed my outlook, it changed my future, it just completely changed me, and I think that's very true for a lot of people. And so if you have the opportunity, take it. You don't want to leave and not even knowing what you might have missed out.